Hey guys, today I'm going to give you an overview of the OnePlus camera app in Oxygen OS. First, when you open the app, on the left side you can see the HDR option, below that HQ, below that flash option. On the right side you can see in the middle the shutter button, above that the rear and front switching button, and below that the settings button. When you click on the settings button, the number ratio you're seeing changes. On clicking that, you can change the aspect ratio of the image you're going to click. Above that, the clock option is used to change set the timer for clicking the photos. As you can see, if you select 3 and click on the button, it will flash for 3 seconds and then click the picture. Above that, you can see the framing thing. It is helpful to compose your image. Now on the left side you can see the HDR option on the top. If you click it once, it will force enable the HDR. If you click it once again, it will force disable the HDR. Below that is the HQ option. If you click it once, it will disable HDR and flash, and below it, the flash option. If you force enable the flash, it will disable HDR and HQ option both. So now if you see on the extra modes this app offers, first one is time lapse. In the time lapse mode, and now this is the slow motion mode. In the slow motion mode, you are allowed to on off the flash and allow the grids to enable or disable, and you can shoot at only at 720p resolution. Now if you in the time lapse option, you can enable disable flash and also change the resolution between full HD to HD. Now in the video mode, which you can also go to by swiping up or down from the photo mode, you can select the flash on off, the grid, and the resolution, which can be selected either 4K, 1080p, 1080p at 60 fps or 720p. Now there's the manual mode. In manual mode, you are allowed to change the focal length, the shutter speed, the white balance, and the ISO. Now in this panorama mode, in which you have to hold the phone vertically to shoot, is really bad, and because the stitching in this app is very bad, so I don't recommend you to use this app for clicking panoramas. Now if you see this photo, see how bad the stitching in this photo actually is. Now let's move on to the video recording, and that is stabilization capabilities of this app. In the 4K video recording mode, the stabilization that works is OIS, that is optical image stabilization, in which the lens moves, the hardware moves, thus reducing the motion and the blur. As you can see in this example, that how stabilized this video is. Now if I go to 1080p mode, in this the EIS works, that is electronic image stabilization. In electronic image stabilization, it uses the video and crops some of the video and then stabilizes the video. So you can see here that the video is better stabilized in 1080p mode than the earlier 4K mode. Now if you go into the settings of the app, you can see we get the option to enable or disable location, enable or disable the shutter sound, and save the raw image of the photo we click in manual mode. There is also an option of editing shot on OnePlus watermark. I don't use that myself, but you can enable and change the name and add your name too. So thank you for watching.